second semester of my first master year is officially over, and what a ride that was. But instead of just doing a normal recap, I'm gonna rank all highs and lows of this semester inside and outside the classroom. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene, and without further ado, let's go. This ranking has 5 tiers. First, would do it again. The highest honor than any of those could be is would do it again. Second one was fun while it lasted. I might do it again, but might not do it again. It was fun while it lasted, self-explanatory. Next one is survivable. Also self-explanatory, I think. Next one is I'm this close to dropping out. There are some things that happened that I was like, I'm done. But I'm not completely done, I'm just this close to dropping out. The last category is get me out of here. Get me out of this university. I am done with it. So let's begin the ranking. First, went to a job fair with a friend. Now, I went to 2 job fairs this semester. One was organized by someone and one was organized by HSK exam committee, I suppose, and it was held in Fudan University. Now that's the one that I'm talking about here, and that went so well. So this is going to it was fun while it lasted, because it was. I actually did enjoy a lot, and I got something. This cup, which isn't exactly Stanley Cup, but it looks like a Stanley Cup, from the Bank of China. That was fun. Would I do it again? Maybe, if it is with the same friend and it is organized for foreigners, then yes, why not? Change of professors mid-semester. Now, I had this class called, can I talk about it? I think I can, China's financial system. During the enrollment process, 2 professors were listed, and I was like, that's really interesting. I've never had that before in this uni. It was a bit confusing at first, and the class almost made me want to drop out. But then the professors changed, and the second professor was super cool. I really liked her, and I stayed in that class. So I would say it's survivable. It could have been worse. It could have been a bad professor changing to an even worse one. Well, that would have been a disaster. But that wasn't the case. 4 group projects. Get me out of here. Actually, what the was that? 4 group projects. I hate group projects with burning passion. And this semester we had 2 different group projects for 2 different subjects and 2 group projects for 1 subject, which was a waste of time. I didn't have a very good group. I wanted to drop out. Next one. Go back into physics. Now, why did I even put this here? The question might arise. Is because I got into physics when I was like 16, and it was my hobby. I didn't do it professionally, I didn't do it as my major. I had it as a hobby. And then I started my bachelor's. I kind of started doing it less, but this semester was kind of chill. So I go back into my old hobbies. And this is why I put it here. If you manage your time correctly, you might have the opportunity to tap back into your old self. So I'd say, I wouldn't put it as the best moment. I would put it as fun while it lasted. It's fun. It's fun. I love physics, and I love that I had some time to do it. Next one. Now this is a fun one. TA, which is teacher assistant, teaching assistant, teacher assistant? TA. For venture capital, IPO and merger and acquisitions course. That was Let me think. I think I would say it was fun while it lasted. It was. It was my first time being a TA. The teacher asked who wanted to be the TA in the, like, I think it was the first class when we just met him. And I was not brave enough to say, what, be? Me? Choose me. No. There was a guy, but he later on was replaced by me. Okay? I didn't intend it. I didn't fight for it. It just happened. And yeah, wasn't the best experience, but that was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Would I do it again? Controversial. An article presentation for International Business Studies class. It's why I'm putting in this tier is because it was my first time doing an article presentation. Didn't know what it was, didn't know what was happening. So basically we needed to choose an article. We needed to read it. It wasn't that big, actually, about 20 pages. We needed to read it, we needed to analyze it, we needed to give our opinion on it, update the data. Why I'm putting it in this tier is because we had to do a 20-minute article presentation, which was not enjoyable. Pretty much we spent, I think, the whole semester on this. Next one. First day of classes on my birthday. Get me out of here, actually. What was that? That was a very unfortunate thing. It's not that I didn't expect. I kind of saw that my birthday was gonna be on Monday and classes start Monday. So March 2nd is when we started classes and when I had my birthday. And I had a lot of classes that day. Thesis proposal defense. I'm putting this in get me out of here. I hated every second of it. I hate it every time. I had to do it for my bachelor's, I had to do it for my master's as well, and I hate it. Because you are completely ripped to shreds by the committee. They don't care about your feelings at all. They shouldn't, obviously, but that was not a pleasant experience. Okay, I wouldn't do it again. Not a single classmate of mine had a nice experience with that. When they talked to teachers and the committee was like, hey, I love your topic. You know, you could change this and that. No, everyone was ripped to shreds and that was a horrendous disaster, okay? I hated it, but it had to be done. Next one, got a, actually no, let me talk about this one first. 2 closed book exams. We had 3 exams this semester. One was semi-open book, which meant that we could bring a piece of paper. I think I might have it here, actually. This was for my first semester econometrics exam. This, yeah, it was that serious. It was that serious. And we had the exam that was the same way this semester. So semi-open book meant that you can bring a piece of A4 paper, you can write anything on it, and you can use it during the exam. Closed book exam means that you cannot bring anything. You can only bring yourself. So I'd say survivable, okay? First exam that we had was intermediate Chinese. Now, I'm actually advanced. I passed HSK 5 and intermediate Chinese is something like HSK 3, HSK 4 level. So this exam was extremely easy for me. I finished it in 40 minutes and it had, I believe, around 7 A4 pages with different exercises, so I finished it quite quickly. The second closed book exam was really difficult, I'm not gonna lie. It was international finance class. Everyone who's taking it kind of, I would suggest you go to that class. You know, the professor, personally, my favorite professor. I love him so much. I enjoyed his class a lot, but he might, you might have a different professor next semester. But this class is theory and kind of theoretical and practical. A lot of mathematics that you had to do for this class. Final exam was difficult. It was difficult. You had to memorize a lot. We had to memorize a lot of stuff, and it was quite complicated, but don't be discouraged, because this was, I can't show you the answer, but this was my grade for one of the quizzes. Don't know if you can see it, but it's 100. But anyway, that was a closed book exam. Many people had many complaints, like, why couldn't we bring anything? It's so very difficult, there's so much stuff to memorize, but it's like one exam, come on. It's very manageable, it's very survivable. You just have to put a little bit of effort. And now I can talk about the next thing that happened this semester. Got 100 on the final exam. Now, which exam was it? It was international finance. I think this was the first time in a while that I've gotten 100 on the final exam for like a serious subject. And it was mathematics. Girl, I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a mathematician at all. I suck at math. Why do you think I'm doing international business? Because I suck at math. But I got 100 on it, and this is the funny thing. The professor texted me, congratulations, 100. And I said, hey, this is the best news ever. I said, if I could do it, anyone could do it. And he replied with, no, you're the only one. So I'm the only person who got 100 on the final exam. But I believe that if I could do it, you could do it too, okay? I don't have that big of a brain, okay? So just go to that class, take that exam, work a little bit, and you can do it. Next one, went to a concert. Now, if I could, I would make a separate video for it, but I'm gonna talk about this a bit. I went to a concert. It was my first time going to a concert. I've never been to one. I've been really into 80s. It's a K-pop group. This is actually the only K-pop group I'm into. I'm not that big on other K-pop groups. This is the K-pop group for me. This is the group for me. I saw that they had a concert in Macau, and I got the VIP tickets. This was the best moment of this semester. No, actually, it's probably going to be the best moment of the year. If you know Mingy from that group, he waved at me. Anyways, I would do that again. Next one, learn to play mahjong. That was fun. Why did I put it here? Was because university usually organizes a lot of stuff. Every week there is a billion events. So if you're into that, if you want to make friends, or you just want to learn something, you just want to hang out, go to those. No pressure, actually. I'm not a very social person, so I don't actually go to a lot of these things. Actually, any of these things. But my classmate invited me to it, and I'm like, might as well learn something new, and I did. This is going to it was fun while it lasted. It wasn't the best moment, but it was fun. Only finished one book this semester. I'm torn between Get Me Out of Here and I'm This Close to Dropping Out. I'm gonna put it in I'm This Close to Dropping Out, just because I finished one. And by book, I mean the book that is readings outside of the classroom. Oh yeah, it was Heaven by Miyako Kawakami. Interesting book. Anyways, was recognized on the street. I was recognized on the street. You guys? I went international, I was just recognized.
Someone came up to her and told her how fabulous she is. Fabulous is what I said. Fabulous.
Fabulous. Yeah. Some gorgeous woman just came up and she's like, I know you. I saw you on YouTube.
She might be watching this now.
Oh, hi girl.
Shout out.
Shout out to you. I love you. You're my motivation to keep going. I was referred to as you're that YouTuber, right? Well, I am. I was recognized. I would do it again. I enjoyed it. I'm like, woo, am I making impact? Sure hope I am. Posted 0 videos throughout the semester. I'm calling myself out on this one, right? I had this whole plan. I had it all planned out. I had it all, I'm like, okay, I'm posting this. I had a billion ideas of what I'm gonna be making videos about. I'm like, yeah, I'm so posting this semester. And then the semester started. And then the semester ended. 3 months gone by. 0 videos posted. I apologize. Can you blame girl for prioritizing her grades over YouTube? All I'm saying. Raised my GPA, by the way, to 3.7. Was responsible for course evaluation. As the TA, I had to help professor with the course evaluation. Chasing a bunch of people in their mid-20s, begging them on my knees to spend 2 minutes doing a course evaluation is very humbling and embarrassing. And I would not want to do that again. That genuinely takes 2 seconds. And people ask, well, do we have to do it? Be so for real. I was this close to dropping out. I did not enjoy it. Okay, you people are irresponsible for this. I'm calling you all out. Those who don't fill out the course evaluation, you are irresponsible. And I don't like you. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, but please do it. Next one is new SOE building opened up. SOE is School of Economics. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it in the middle. Okay? I don't even go there. Like, I barely go to the School of Economics building because we don't have classes there. We have classes in other buildings, but they have a coffee shop and they have a library. So, it's good. It's good. They have 18 floors, I believe. It's a very tall building, but I couldn't care less about this. Went to a drag show. Do it again. I can't really say too much, I think. But for my gays out there, there is fun to have in Shanghai. It's not illegal. It's just a bit underground. But, if you want to, you can find them. You can find me and I can find them. And the last one, hosted a 2026 EMA graduation ceremony. I did do that. I was the host. I enjoyed that. I'm just gonna put it, would do it again. It was stressful. I had to do a lot. It was my first time doing anything like that. And I was told I did a good job. I cannot really evaluate myself. I got free food out of that. I got praise from the professors. That was fun. I'm always down to do stuff for free food for this uni. To take this out of context. Overall, let's say this semester was, I'd say, a solid 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it much more than the first semester. First semester was a bit shit. Would I do it again? Maybe. After I recover from this semester, which is why we need the 3-month vacation. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, or you can always DM me on Instagram, which many of you do. And I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy to help you. Anyways, see you in the next one. which might take a while because I posted 0 videos, remember?